Well, hello, and welcome to Cozy Couch Corner for another episode of Tea and Tarot. Cheers. And it was the second attempt at making me pot of tea again, because I forgot to put a tea bag in. Not the first time I've done it, and probably not the last time. And I try and tell myself, put the tea bag in first, and then do the water in the kettle. Because otherwise, you do the water and boil the kettle, and pour it in, and I don't look, do I? I assume there's already a tea bag in there, and there isn't. So it's took a bit longer than I expected. I don't know how hot it is. I better sip it again, hadn't I? Oh, yeah. And today's episode is brought to you by 80s Hair. I even found a bottle of mousse. I don't even know if they still make styling mousse, but I had to go with it anyway. So this is the haircut I did. And then it's got a bit of layering, gives it a bit more oomph, a bit more bounce. Yep. Yeah, do they still make styling mousse? I don't know. I've got other styling stuff. I don't even know if that bottle of mousse was from the 80s. I dread to think. The fact that it still worked, that it still come out, amazed me. Because I've got some old cans of stuff and they just don't work anymore. And you got to throw them away with whatever's in them because they just like, no, they've had it. So, yeah. The joys of hoarding. I'm getting better though. At least I'm using it, and actually used a hairdryer for the first time in a long time. So the light's a bit variable. It is sort of, I think when I started it was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We've had a bit of sunshine and blue sky today, but we've had quite a lot of dark and rain, and it's raining and it's going dark again. But I still think we still got more light than we have of an evening with the torch thing, with the lamp thing. So yeah, enough light. Anyway, seen the cows today and the sheep in the background. Yeah, sat with me little heater on. Wasn't overly warm this morning, so yeah, didn't keep its heat overnight so much, and then it wasn't very warm this morning. And yeah, can I face trying to find another heating engineer today? No, so I'm not going to. Have I heard from the one that didn't turn up yesterday? No. And I'm sort of left in that limbo again of, do you stick with the one you called that doesn't really communicate and doesn't turn up because I know how busy they are, or do I try and find someone else who could be in the same situation of being really booked up and really busy? So I don't know at the moment, so I'm just sort of stuck, and I've just decided, I had a bit of a think about it and then thought, I give up. I'll deal with it on Monday. I can't be doing with it today. I'll think about it again on Monday and work out what I'm going to do. I would prefer someone that actually communicates. I'm sure people normally have bookings and they book you in, but it's like, yeah, the roofing people that peer me around, they make me feel like an inconvenience, not a customer. But that's a tricky situation, so I'm putting up with it at the moment because, yeah, that's been through a whole load of stuff all year, and they need to come and do that. And I meant to get in touch with them again and say, when are you coming? Because they were supposed to come later in September. But we did have storms, and we've just had another storm. Did we have a storm yesterday? We've had a storm, I think it was yesterday. I lose track. High winds, and we had hail, didn't we? We had rain, we had hail. And darkness. I don't like the darkness. But the sunshine today was glorious, and it was raining, and the cows were just carrying on. No, we're having our lunch, they said, and they just carried on eating in the rain. So I don't know how they managed to stay warm. I wouldn't out in this, but they're staying warm. I'm enjoying my cup of tea. We're a bit late because I had to redo it. Oh, how many times do I do that? I'm getting used to hair around my face. I think it looks less severe, and I think the severity of always having my hair back was a bit aging, frankly. And I think I suspect this is less aging. I've also managed to slap a bit of 80s makeup on as well, although I'm not sure you can see it, doesn't really matter. I attempted eyebrows again. I better get on with the tarot. Right, okay, we're doing Saturdays and then we're doing Sundays. Let's do Saturdays first. Okay, what message do you have for us for Saturday, the 25th of October, 2025, please? As usual, I was told to slow down. I think it's more about my nervous system. If I slow down, my nervous system slows down. Goes into calm mode. Not that one. Oh, that was clear. I was just about to think, oh, they're really forcing me to slow down. Right, so keep that far enough away so it's got light on it. I think that was 2 coins. 2 of coins. Are we taking this one? Nope. Are we taking the one off the bottom? We're taking the one off the bottom. Oh, interesting. Oh, no, I need that because I've got 2 Sundays after this. Right. Okay. 2 coins then. Oh, I didn't tell you what the other card was, did I? Oh, I'm half here and half not here. Right. The second card is the Page of Wands. So, 2 of coins is about balance. I would usually read it as balance. Some people read it as relationships also, or yeah, I don't think that was about choices. Generally, I'd have it about balance. Trudging, I've got trudging, which is like walking, but walking when walking's a bit of a struggle, you know, and drudgery. And then looking at the Page of Wands, which is a really, really joyful card, really happy, really dancing, really light, uplifting energy, joyful. So what I think it is we need to balance trudging, which is like doing the things we have to do, and sometimes we might be struggling a little bit, or we might be getting fed up a little bit, and we've got to balance that with something much lighter, singing, dancing, whatever brings you joy. A bit of lightness, a bit of joyful movement. Because if all we've got is trudgery, I've just made that up. Drudgery and trudging. I don't know why I've ended up with those words. If all we've got is drudgery, stuff that's just, it's like the sky, isn't it? When I just get grey on grey on grey on grey, and I just feel like hibernating, and my body doesn't want to move, and my body doesn't feel like it's got the energy, and it doesn't want to do anything. It really just wants to hibernate. It's only October, and I'm in hibernation mode, and it's just ridiculous. But yeah, if all we do is, yeah, it's not so much about focus, it's what are we doing? Are we getting a good balance between work and social life, joy, entertainment, whatever you do that isn't work? That brings us joy. Are we carrying a heavy load? Responsibility, commitments. I just got commitments. Maybe commitments. Are we making too many? Are we committing to things that are taking too much of our time, or that don't really bring us joy, or that we didn't really want to do in the first place? But yeah, it's looking at the balance between doing the stuff that we need to do and enjoying ourselves, because that's what life's about. It's not all about trudging and drudgery. I know, no. I'm giving up on those words. You know what I mean. Find a bit of silliness. Did I talk about whimsy yesterday? There's a neurological thing about whimsy, and it can calm your nervous system right down. And I can't remember what else about it. And we definitely all need a bit more whimsy in our lives. Right. I'll do Sundays before I get stuck on them words again. Okay. Oh, sorry. Just cracked me back out and my neck. Probably because I've been slouching half the morning, trying to hibernate in my sofa. Okay. What message do you have for us for Sunday, the 26th of October, 2025, please? Yeah. Okay, one tried to escape and it was trying to turn itself around and I caught it. I didn't look at it, did I? Ace of Cups, is that? I'm going to have to look at it, aren't I? I always do that. I hold it up and then go, what card is it? Ace of Cups. No. King of Cups. What planet am I on? Try again. It's the King of Cups. Ooh, ruler of the emotions. Could be ruler of the subconscious. Right, are we having any other cards? No. Not even the bottom one. Nope. Okay. We are not having any other cards, which means, ooh. Right. What are we doing with this then? I'm looking at the antlers on the dragon's head. And I did think to start with it was hands. yeah, we're striving for higher emotions, getting ourselves out of the density and the dense energies and the dense emotions. And there's been a lot of that going around with the energy, things popping up from the past and things just that get us into that. Oh, just the yuck energy and not good emotions. I mean, you have to process emotions sometimes, but sometimes you just have to tell them to go away. Because if you've processed it and the stuff's still coming up, you're just like, no, we've done that, go away. If there's nothing else to do with it. But it's dragging us back down into things. And we're moving on, we're moving forward, and we're moving up. So it's trying to stick in a sort of higher energy, more uplifting. And I mean, I can do it. I can go on social media, and sometimes I can go on social media. It's great, and there's a lot of funny things on. There's a lot of like, and sometimes I can go on social media app. I can come off, and I can just feel depressed and absolutely drained. And it's just like I can't necessarily pinpoint what was on it that did that to me, but it did. And it's like, well, no, if it's going to be happy and upbeat and I connect with people I know, that's great. But if it's dragging me down, so I have to be a bit careful what I do with it and when. And yeah, usually audit it on a fairly regular basis, my social media, so that I try and get out stuff. If I notice that something in particular is dragging me down or something doesn't align with my values, it's depressing, or it's glorifying something horrible, or it's promoting something I don't agree with, then I've got to cut it out. But yeah, where's our focus? What are we looking at? Are we looking at things that are filling our cup, that are bringing us joy and happiness? Or we find some people it'll go searching for things to make them angry because they want to be angry, or make them sad because they want to be sad. We want to pick ourselves up, and yet life goes up and down, but we don't need to drag it down ourselves, do we? Yeah. Look for the joy, look for the hope, look for the happiness. We get joy from others' joy. Yeah, happiness. And I'm seeing the sun card actually, and the sun brings me happiness, and the sun card is about happiness. So yeah, sometimes it's sunshine, but are we, without forcing ourselves to be positive when we're not, are we the sunshine, or are we the light or the dark? Are we the sunshine, or are we the gloom? Do we go in search of the sunshine, metaphorically, or do we go in search of the gloom? So stick with the sunshine. Teeth. Stick with the sunshine, the happy things, the joyful things, the things that pick us all up. Find joy. There we are then.